an English perspective, you found those positives, found the confidence in some young names, new names we're learning about?
Yeah, very much so. Hurski Douglas mentioned there. Glover also very impressive. Big, strong, athletic and, you know, very confident, which is what you want. And McConaughey, someone that really supplements that as well as the likes of Rodwell, who did, you know, reasonably well in parts there. So real honest words from Simon there. They recognise it's not good enough. They recognise they need to find depth. And let's start the search. You know, we have lots of conversation around it. It's an exciting time.
It's a busy few months ahead, of course, and he speaks about that, the GB programme starting at the conclusion of all of this. He'll be keeping his eye on other teams as well at the same time, Ollie.
He will, and he'll obviously be looking at the fact that Wales and Scotland are in the cup quarters of this tournament. The more talent you can have, the better options you can have with players playing with confidence, playing well, that bodes well for the Great Britain selection. But no, it's good to see there that he was just. Ben Ryan used to say bowls and shields are made for eating off, not for not for winning, and now that's not where England want to be ultimately. So
you eat off shields?
Yeah, I don't know what era he came from, but there we go.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't been eating off too many of them with the Fijian side, and we're sure that Simon Amor and the English side will be back to fight another day. They will play in the bowl semis, the winner of this game, and it's hosts Canada, always very popular, of course, in this opening tournament that they are hosting against the Brazilians.
And last May that would have been, and they obviously are working up towards the Olympic Games in Rio, where they want to do themselves and their nation credit as well.
The referee's called a knockdown. I don't know if that went forward off a green hand, maybe a harsh call.
Just got a glimpse of him, the number 6, Nathan Hirayama, at the heart of everything that's been good about Canadian rugby, along with Phil Mack, the veteran Phil Mack. Dug out for John Moonlight, the captain. Hirayama has, like Foley foul, that little wicked hitch kick. Usually stands up the opposition defence for a split second, enough to get the ball away. Admir Trivanovic, a young man born in Bosnia, now a Canadian citizen and doing sterling work for Canada.
Trivanovic and Kay running at the same space there. Looked like the option was on 3-on-2.
Over here on 5.
There is the very famous icon, the Moose, but his name is Captain Green, and he is a very brave, named after a very brave soldier. He was a rugby man from the rowing club here in Vancouver, who was sustained serious injuries in Afghanistan, and he fought back. And we now carry him with him with all the Canadian rugby teams. He goes around the world. So Captain Green inspires Canadian players.
Yeah, it's a lovely story. I read it up during the week, and all credit to the Canadian 7 squad for adopting the name Captain Green on the mascot. Duque, the captain. Andres Romagnoli is the coach of this Brazilian squad, and he will have learnt a lot about his squad this weekend. Fiori, London-based back rower. Answered the call a couple of seasons back when the Brazilian team came calling as he was playing for the Apache Invitational 7 squad in the UK. Another penalty for Canada.
You heard the call from the referee, the counter up is fine.
Phil Mack. That's Canada on the front foot here. That's Pat Kay, the long floated pass out wide, finding Connor Traynor. Again, the defence is good and solid from Brazil as Phil Mack sprays the passes out once again. This time, Hirayama, will he get there? Yes, he will. Nathan Hirayama gives Canada the lead.
4 points. He continues to score tries. Those legs driving. Well-worked team drive for Canada.
Yeah, he's been around for a decade and more now, has Nathan Hirayama. And I think you'll be celebrating The first ever Sevens squad to travel to Hong Kong later on in the day, Gareth, and the Hirayama family will feature in that little ceremony as well.
Well, they were indeed well before this group of players, of which Nathan Hirayama is the top point scorer. They went off to Hong Kong in 1980, a group of men, and they'll be honored here at the ceremony at halftime of day 2. And yeah, the wee Gary Hirayama was in that squad, so Nathan carries on the family tradition in the Sevens jersey.
And very much different physical profiles, those players, to what we see here in front of us this morning. Lean and mean.
Time. Do you catch him high? Yeah. High tackle? Okay. Penalty only? It's still a high tackle. High tackle? Yep. Okay. Got to get him lower?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just discussing the issue of a potentially high tackle on the Brazilian player. Yeah, around the neck.
The left arm just creeps up.
Time was still up.
Almost like we're getting a different interpretation than the 15s game. You could see that Canadian K there was trying to stay low, but the left hand just rose up. May not have been called in 15s, but it's something they're looking at very closely in the Sevens game.
That's the captain, Lucas Duque, nicknamed Tank.
Of course, this Brazilian rugby had a famous win several weeks ago against the U.S. in the America's Rugby Championship, so they got something to build on.
Yeah, and a few of these guys played in that game, the Duque brothers in particular. Connor Trainer can't take the pass. It was an awkward pass from Harry Jones, Pat Kay rather. He is the number 10.
Not a great deal on. You see the pass goes over the top. Perhaps Trainer wasn't expecting it, or perhaps he just put it down. That was just a bit of a grab and go. Trainer's role for this team has been very much direct. He's the man who takes it forward. He knows his job. He's been moved around from the forwards to the backs. And right now he's out on the wing.
It allows Connor Trainer to probe the wider channels. So let's see what Brazil can do with ball in hand. Duque puts foot to ball. Phil Mack sweeps back almost to his own 22. And Brazil looking to keep their defensive shape. Mack just ducks under the tackle and away he goes. Looks for support and gets it from the ever-present Nate Hirayama. There is Connor Trainer. Won't go far this time. The challenge is from Felipe Silva, making his first start of the weekend. Mack in midfield to Jovanovic, just caught around the ankles. Mack has a quick look, nothing on. So again it's left to Nathan Hirayama in midfield. Pat Kay takes it back into contact. Good defense again by Brazil. Did it go forward? A chance here for the Brazilians. They just got the one try to their name this weekend already. Well, I thought he'd let it go there. Cruel luck for Brazil.
Well, the question is, was he held on the ground or was he released?
And as very often happens, of course, the opposition snap up the chance very quickly. Foot came through. Well, that's equivalent to coming in from the side, isn't it, in 15s?
Yeah, another frustrating call there.
So Phil Mack as Canada bringing away, looking for their second score. The big hit coming in. Folifa steps back inside. Daniel Sonseri, one of the twins. Felipe also starting this one, wearing 12. There he is with a tackle. Good effort here from Brazil, containing Canada and restricting them to just the one score at present, but that could all change here with Mack bringing Folifa in on the scissors there. Folifa big and strong, and he's still going. Trainer is there in support. The advantage is there for Canada. Pat Kay has a go.
That one needed to go wide from Kay. The referee's going to stop time, and let's see if he has a word.
12. 12.
He's already gone into his pocket.
12. You've run through the wrong
international stage.
Perhaps because of the proximity to the line, it's seen as cynical as well.
Well, Canada have a man over here, Jovanovic. Long, lovely pass out to Nathan Hirayama. Goes over for his second try in this match. Just keeps on scoring, this Nathan Hirayama.
Nathan Hirayama grew up minutes from the stadium here. When it was first announced there'd be a series, he said, "I can't believe I'm going to get to play in the stadium that I've been looking at my whole life." A member of the University of Victoria who yesterday won the National Universities Championship over their arch rivals UBC. So great days for his teammates there.
That is second on the series most points this year, overtaking Sibela Sonata, but he was saying that he lives within earshot of this stadium, but I bet he's not sleeping in his own. In the appointed hotels, and they might be in each and every corner of this stadium. They were in very early this morning, so when Fiji come out and when they score, whichever corner they score, well, there'll be a Fijian flag flying high. At the moment, it's the Maple Leaf that's flying high. They lead Brazil by 12 points to 0, and it's that man, Bill Mack, in the hunt once more. And Canada certainly missed him last season. He was out with a series of injuries. Quickly taken by Fulifau as Jovanovic looks to up the tempo. Great player.
Well, the Brazilians down to 6 men, of course, here. Canada should be trying to use the width.
Phil Mack takes his eye off the ball, and he is annoyed with himself.
Yeah, I know he had his 50th tournament appearance and great point score.
Connor Trainer up to the 22. Hirayama is there, can't get the ball out though, and Brazil, they've done well on the counter rucking.
Again, another high clean-out called against Moonlight. That was a messy ruck.
No, wait.
It was.
Credit the Brazilians. They are hanging in there. Still just 2 scores adrift.
Yeah, they want to make
We've got a blood bin
substitution.
for number 5 here.
And a blood bin as well for Lucas Duki, the
one
captain.
Of the ones being subbed.
And he's been replaced by his brother Moises Duki. And the number 2, Martin
He needs
Schaefer.
to come off, please, for a blood bin. It's too much.
That's Laurent Couhé coming back on. So 3:45 remaining. Can Brazil get a score here, which will give them some hope and confidence?
So concerning for Canadian fans as we see Jovanovic there. Not able to shake these Brazilians at the moment. They're very much in this match. Anything can happen in sevens.
So Brazil come again through David Harvey. The ball drops into the hands of Harry Jones there. Phil Mack on the angle. Back the other way goes John Moonlight, almost up to the Brazilian 22. The fitness level's been tested here. Jovanovic to Trainer, looking to bump off Lucas Muller. Hirayama. Phil Mack. This time surely Moonlight finding Lucas Hammond, but still the Brazil defense holds firm. At the best of passes to Phil Mack. Jovanovic. Will he go himself? Not this time. Trainer perhaps with a breakthrough. Jovanovic! Not quite. He'll be disappointed. Well, if you want to be a bear, be a grizzly.
Well, really good build-up from the Canadians. Looks like Trainer might get there himself. He chooses to use Jovanovic, who was perhaps surprised and couldn't bring it down. So again, the Brazilians bending but not breaking.
Brazil, the guest team on this 16-team
number
circuit.
12?
There's always a guest team, and Japan
Hold
have
the
been
throw,
that
please.
guest team for 4 of the 5
Number
tournaments so
12,
far
son.
this year. That'll give them an advantage when you come to the Hong Kong qualifiers to qualify as a core team, hopefully for next season.
And Brazil hosting obviously the Rio Olympics, and we had a test event last weekend. Things went well.
Come on.
The field is down, the stadium's being built. So that's one of the goals for this Canadian side, as well as to qualify through the repechage in Monaco in June to represent at the Rio Olympics. Only 12 teams going.
That'll be a fascinating tournament with the likes of Tonga, Samoa, Zimbabwe perhaps. And what about Ireland's chances? Rihanna ball surely went forward. Yes, it did. Much Korea. So Canada, what can they do in the few remaining seconds here in the fourth and last bowl quarterfinal? There goes the hooter. One last chance perhaps, but no, that chance has gone astray, and Nathan Hirayama, away he goes, in at the corner for his hat-trick. The local boy, the local hero, Nathan Hirayama, sees Canada through to the bowl semi-final here on home turf in BC Place.
Well, if we were in an ice hockey match, there would be baseball caps being strewn on the surface. I haven't seen one yet, but a hat trick for Hirayama. Finally, Canada gets over the line.
Hirayama from the near touchline. With a conversion attempt, will make no difference to the final outcome, but it's good. So all the points for Canada and for Nathan Hirayama in this match. They will march on and meet England in the bowl semi-final on the back of a victory over Brazil of 19-0.